Welcome, my name is Nicole, and today we have a 30-minute beginner all-body class. So we're gonna move our body in a myriad of ways. I'm gonna give you lots of instruction. I'm gonna use blocks, so if you have blocks, that could be really handy. So hopefully you can feel more confident, feel comfortable. And to get started, go ahead and place your awareness in your feet, and maybe even you have your legs under your hips, and then maybe even lift your toes off of the earth. And now think about pressing your weight into the four corners of your foot, and then lower the toes back down. Stand tall. Roll your shoulders up and onto your back. Palms open. Now, just go ahead and take a deep breath in through your nose. And out through your nose. In the practice, you're encouraged to breathe, and it's called an ujjayi breath. And it's just a slight constriction at the back of your throat on the inhale, and on the exhale, that kind of reminds you of maybe the ocean or Darth Vader. So that's just something that you're gonna try to keep coming back to when your mind starts to wander, or when it gets hard, or you're feeling judgments come up. Just bring everything back to the breath and breathing in and out and that sound. Oh, that's the real practice. So that's eventually, you'll get the poses, you'll start to feel more confident where we're headed, but to be aware of the voices and our judgments, and to just continually practice becoming present on our mat. That's the real work. So don't worry if you can't do poses, or just don't stress yourself out so much about that. If you're coming back to the breath, you're doing amazing, and the other things will work themselves out. So let's go ahead. Now we're standing nice and tall. Maybe bring your hands to your heart center. And I like to offer a chance to set an intention for the class. So maybe anything you're working on, or maybe just one word that maybe comes up for you. Balance, love, peace, anything positive. And then go ahead and release your hands. And we're gonna inhale our hands up overhead, press the palms together, back through heart center, and we're gonna begin to fold over here. And you may need blocks. So we're gonna fold over, and then inhale halfway, look up, get long, kind of maybe pull a little extra length forward in your spine. And then exhale, fold over. Knees can be bent a whole bunch. And then we're gonna inhale our arms up overhead once more. Press the palms together. And then come through the center, come through prayer, fold over. Inhale, halfway look up. And fold once more. Inhale all the way to the top. Press the palms. Last round through the center. Inhale, halfway look up, chin lifts. Exhale, fold. And inhale all the way to the top. Now, hands to heart center. We're gonna make our way to the top of our mat. And from here, go ahead and step your right leg back and then pivot the foot out a little so you have a nice wide angle with that back foot. And spread your arms. This is warrior two. So, and you look out over your left fingers here. Your left thigh is rolling out. So I could see my big toe, not rolling in, but out. And then on the inhale, squeeze the legs together, the feet pressing down to really activate the legs. And then exhale, press the feet down and away. Inhale, squeeze together. Exhale, press away. Hands to your hips, straighten that front leg, give it a little break, maybe a little bounce, and then come back down. Now, warrior two. Reach your back hand, just let it kind of travel down your back leg and then up and over with your left hand for reverse warrior. Take a breath in and out. And then inhale, come back into warrior two and straighten the leg again. Breathe in. Coming back to that breath if you've lost it. And come back down again. Bring your elbow and have it be on top of your left thigh. Bring your awareness to your right hand and circle it up and over, really reaching past your head. Extended side angle. You can look up or down depending. And you can also help support yourself with a block. Maybe you need a little bit higher of a setting. And then inhale, back, warrior two. Straighten those legs, good job. Cartwheel your arms on either side of your front foot. Lift that back heel. And then draw that front foot back to meet your other one. So we're in a plank. Really, you can always drop your knees here and just work pressing down firmly through the hands. You're not hanging in the shoulders, be lifting up. So imagine a little poof in the back of the heart. Core engaged, chin lifting. And then draw the shoulders up and slowly lower all the way down. Excellent. So from here, why don't you bring your elbows on your shoulders. And this is a sphinx. And from here, maybe shift a little bit. Just try to get a little extra length in your low back. You lift one leg, reach it back a little more. Set it back down. The other one, reach it back, set it back down, and then lower all the way down. Rest your forehead on your hands and breathe. When you breathe now, breathe deep into your belly so you can feel it expand into the floor. All right, so go ahead and lift up some, and we're gonna do Locust here. And this is a great pose for back bending and strengthening because you're not using your arms. It's not really like a way to overdo it. It's tough, but you're going to get strong. So let's go ahead and start with the first variation with our palms facing up by our sides. Take notice of your shoulders. Are they pitching forward? Go ahead and roll them up, back onto your back. Let me give you a little lift just to even begin with. And then we're going to inhale, lift our hands, feet, and lift our chest and breathe. So hands are really shooting back, helping me lift my chest. My toes are pointed and are active. My feet are active. And then lower. Rest your forehead once more. Take a deep breath into your belly. And sigh it out. Take another deep breath into your belly. And sigh it out. The next variation we're going to try is we're going to clasp our hands behind our low back. Same story with the shoulders. Check them. Are they pitching forward? Roll them up and on your back before you do anything. Our head is not one jerking up or down. Kind of a neutral chin lifts. And then inhale. Pull the arms back. Lift the chest up. Lift those toes. And breathe. Maybe get a little higher on the inhale. And then kind of naturally sink on the exhale. One more deep breath in. And release. Resting. Once more. And from here, go ahead and bring your hands under your shoulders. Lift up onto all fours. And bring your knees under your hips. Wrists under your shoulders. Curl those toes under. And then from here, active feet and hands. Lift the knees off the floor and begin to shift your hips back with your hands towards your feet. And then from here, lift into downward dog. And I also invite you to use blocks here. If you're getting a lot of trouble in your shoulders from the downward dog, just help you get a little extra length. So experiment both ways and then see what you prefer. See how it feels in your body. And breathe. Your hands press down firmly and away from one another to help broaden your chest. Knees can stay bent. Core pulling in and up towards the spine. And from here, shift forward. Come into plank. Breathe in. And on the exhale, pull back through your navel. Press back into downward dog. Inhale, come forward, plank. And exhale, knees bend, pulling up through the core, pressing through the hands, downward dog. Look forward between your hands, and we're gonna walk, step, hop, however, to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway look up here. Just trying to pull length in your spine. And you do that by pressing down and pulling forward. Lifting the chin, exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way to the top. And then from here, you can keep your feet together or separate them under your hips. Grab one wrist, this is my left wrist, and then tip off to the right, pulling a little bit. You feel nice stretch in your side body. Breathing. You can look up or down. And then inhale, come up and switch sides, opposite wrist. Pull straight up some length and then tip to the side. And breathe. And inhale, back up. And then step the left foot back and out. Coming into warrior two with the right foot in front. So that back foot is at an angle. And then I have this bend in the front knee, but my thighs rolling out so I can see my big toe. And then the arms shoot out. Look over that middle finger. And then to activate our legs here, we're gonna press down through the feet, squeeze them together, causing us to lift out a little bit. And then exhale, press down and away. Inhale, squeeze, lift up. Exhale, press away, extend. And then straighten that front leg for a moment. Maybe do a little jiggle. Breathe in. And then exhale, come back down into warrior two. Draw your back hand down your back leg. Flip your palm. Lift it up and over for reverse warrior. Try to stay down in the lunge. Breathe. And then inhale back into warrior two. And then straighten that leg for a moment. And then come back down, warrior two. And then forearm on that right thigh. Bring your awareness to your left hand, and we're gonna circle it around up over our head, and then reach it, and then maybe draw that shoulder back. Breathing. You want to keep your legs really active, so if you were to lift off, you could. And inhale, back into warrior two. Straighten that front leg. Cartwheel your hands down, over. Pivot the back heel up. Step back into plank. Pausing here. And then if you have wrist problems, using a block can help. Give you a little more stability. Make your hands be a little more active. You can always just experiment with them, see what you like, what feels good. All right, lower. All the way down. And then inhale, lower shoulders up. And we're just gonna push up to spread our knees. Maybe bring our toes together, using our hands. Press those hips back into child's pose. Breathe in through the back of the heart. Maybe lift it a little bit. And then exhale, drop the heart and the forehead. And relax. Inhale. Look up. Come on up. Onto your knees. And we're just gonna bring our feet around here. We're gonna do a little cobbler's pose. So we're gonna bring the Baddha Konasana. So we're gonna bring the soles of the feet to touch. Press them together to help lift you up. Maybe need your hands behind you. And maybe scoot forward a little more. And then come back to your feet. Open them like a book. Lift those collarbones. Lift your chin. And then maybe just breathe here. Or come forward some. Wherever you're at, just breathe into the sensations that you may be feeling. And then now lift up, bring your knees together, and so we're gonna prepare for a forward fold, but bend your knees a whole bunch to begin with. Bring your torso to touch your thighs. Then you grab your feet, and now from here, start to extend your feet out and just go as far as you can go, where you can still maintain contact with your torso and your thighs so that your back is real supported. We're not doing this rounding thing, but we're nice and long, supported. You can't come forward anymore, feel really long. Maybe your knees are still bent, and that is great. Then you can go ahead and round some. And forward folds are considered to be reflective, internal, calming postures. So see if you can embody some of that. And we're going to engage your core. Come on up. Bend the knees and roll down onto your back. From here, we're going to do a little bridge. So my fingertips, doesn't necessarily, they don't have to touch my heels, but it's kind of close. So feet under knees. And then just start to shift a little side to side. Get comfortable. And maybe roll the shoulders under your back some. And now from here, press down through your feet. Lift your hips up. Either grab the outside edges of your mat like you're tearing it apart to roll your shoulders under your back. Press your hips up even higher, or clasp your hands behind your low back. Press your wrists into the floor, head firmly planted. Maybe lift your toes, heels to lift those hips higher. Breathe. Heels kicking into the bum to really activate your hamstrings and help lift your heart towards your chin. Maybe lower the feet and see if you can keep all of that activation. And lower. Deep breath in and out. Your feet as wide as the mat now. And just windshield wiper the hips off to one side. Inhale up. Exhale off the other way. Inhale up. Exhale. And come back to center. Hug yourself into a little ball. Squeeze all your muscles tight. Hold your breath. And then when you can't hold it any longer, release, let go onto your backs. Let your feet roll open, let your hands roll open. We're coming into Savasana, final resting pose, a place where we integrate our practice, receive the benefits. If you're uncomfortable, you can have your knees locked in, you can sit up. Wherever you are, just find a place where you can feel the most comfortable. I'm going to sit up and hold space for you for the next several minutes. You can let go of the breath, let go of the doing. Just feel the sensations in your body now. Feel how things have changed and relax, and I will guide you out in a few moments. If you'd like to come out, begin to breathe more deeply. Otherwise, stay in Shavasana as long as you'd like. Say 15 minutes is the sweet spot, so if you want to experiment, I fully commend you. Otherwise, roll to one side. And use your hands to push yourself back to a seated position. I hope you enjoyed class. I hope it wasn't too frustrating. I'm always here to answer questions. If you want to reach out and email me, I'll put my email in the description. But otherwise, keep coming back. You'll get it. Namaste. Which, if you're curious, is just me acknowledging the light in you.